Hey Sephora, how you doing, love? Man. Hey Tabay, hey, I'm glad you guys come in. Come on, Belle. Hey, Belle, come on in. We got a good conversation. I know I have not been on in a while. I've been having a lot of stuff going on, personal, and trying to prepare for the twins' birthday. Their birthday is Thursday. But this right here, if you have not already heard about it, if you haven't already heard about it, I'm about to bring it to you. I was coming home from work, and y'all know sometimes I like to. Thank you, Sephora. I'm okay. Um, I like to just be in the clouds of YouTube. I like to stroll through, and one of the people that I like to watch and listen to is Gossip Girl. So shout out to Gossip Girl. XOXO. Gossip Girl XOXO. And she had a video talking about DL rappers Doodie Low accused of deceiving black mom to get to their son. Mom shares the red flags. So I don't know if you can see this. But this is her video. And this young girl, she's popular. If you could see her. You watch her also? This young girl, she's known as she was on, because I pulled up some other videos where a lot of everybody's been talking about this story. So she's part of FTN. She's a FTN Bay girl. And she also stated how she has her own fans only page. She got a fans only page. So she out here doing her thing. She shared that she's a stripper and all of that. And now they're out trying to make her be a bad mom. Now they want to make her out to be a bad mom. Watching this video, watching this story, me listening to how she talked, me listening to what she said, her son said in his reaction. If you have been a victim of rape, child molestation, incest, all of the above, you know this woman is not lying. This young mother is not lying. She's telling the honest to God truth. And what hurts me so is that somebody she trusted, somebody she cared about, that she allowed in her home, that she allowed around her son, that she was dating, took advantage of that. Took advantage of that. And this is why I preach. And y'all hear me preach this every day. So those in the bushes and those slithering around, don't be saying, oh, she ain't never said, she ain't this and that and this and that. I preach. Every time I talk about dating, every time I talk about seeing somebody new, every time I even talk about family members, what do you guys hear me say? Trust no one. Trust no one. I just did a video a few days ago saying how my children don't know family members because of that exactly is the reason why I will not take my children around known family members, because I know they pedophiles. I know that they molesters. As a young mother, an old mother, a stepmother, a godmother, any kind of mother, stop bringing these men around your children if you don't know who they are, where they come from, how they past were. Stop bringing them around. I'm not saying don't date. I'm not saying don't have a life of your own. What I am saying is protect your children. Protect your children at all costs. You can't pay me. I told you, I went on dates and stuff where guys, they'll get mad at me because I won't share the information about my children. I would never lie about the children that I have, but I ain't sharing with you nothing. I'm not sharing with you how many children in my household, what their name is, how old they are. And these young moms, when you're in love, and she was honest. She said she missed the signs. She missed a lot of stuff. You miss it when you all in love, and you think that, oh, you found the one, and you think that nothing could come between you guys. And then when you happen to see that person takes a liking to your child, and now you're like, oh my God, he or she likes my children, and they're willing to do whatever it takes, and this and that and everything else. Ask yourself the question, why this person all head over heels over your child, and they don't even know him? They ain't even got to know you. They haven't even got to know you, but they all head over heels over your child. Stop it. Stop introduce. We see it every day. We see it all on YouTube. We see it out in the real world, where these parents will allow a man, because they infatuated. They feel special because he said you was cute. He said he want to get to know you, and then you think because he a baller, he about something. And then you bring him around your children. Then you introduce them to your children. It doesn't make any sense. Could that have been prevented? Possibly. Possibly. But now she has to live with, for the rest of her life, that someone close to her, that she laid in bed with, that she loved, molested her son. And now her child has to deal with the trauma of this person that's supposed to have loved him and cared about him and protected him, took advantage of him. And then the real dad, the real father, is already in jail. And he's probably about to kill himself because he can't get to the nigga that did this heinous thing to his son. This is crazy. Keep It Cute said, what's even more sad is sometimes it's the ones you thought you could trust, folks you've known forever. That part. Keep It Cute. That part. I told you that. Look, let me tell you something. As I was growing up, even when I was a young mother, keep it cute. When I was a young mother, I'll never forget. I'll never forget. This was after we buried my grandmother. Right after we buried my grandma, I could remember it as if it was yesterday, okay? All the kids was outside playing. The children was outside playing. My kids was outside playing. And y'all know how I am with my children. I went outside to check on my kids. I go outside to check on my kids. My cousin, my first cousin, second cousin, he outside and he kicking it around with the kids. And he around our age. He's a young adult too. And instead of him saying, Cuzzo, where you been? How you been? Still looking nice, Cuzzo, this and that. He checking the cousins out. He checking everybody out like we a piece of meat. Like we some broad he don't even know. Ooh, can't fix there. Looking good. Ooh, that all them babies came after that out of that body. This is your blood. Your blood, and I'm paying attention, right? I'm paying attention to everything that he's saying because I know his father. It's known in the family that his father was a molester. Molest several of the aunties, okay? Cousins, nieces. That his father. So he grew up in his footsteps. He walking in his footsteps. So I'm watching and I'm paying attention. And the first thing that popped into my mind after that, before I curse his ass out and be ready to cut his motherfucking balls off, okay, I said it's time to go. I said it's time to go. I told my children, I said, get everything together. Go get your shit. It's time to go. Everybody was like, Gina, you leaving? Why you leaving? We ain't seen you in I don't know. That is and I said to myself, this is the fuck reason why I don't do family reunions. This is why I don't bring my children to funerals and things like that. And this was the first time that I had decided to bring my kids there. And then God just showed me because I happened to go outside. And I said, let me go outside and check on my kids. Because it was 20 minutes into them being outside. And I said, let me go out there and check on my children. And this fuck nigga, that they're your cousins. And you out here checking everybody out. Waiting for your next victim. And I said, get y'all shit. It's time to go. It's time to go. And after that, and I never went to another anything. And what happened was our aunt wind up passing away sometime after that, some months or so after that. I never brought not one of my children. I didn't bring not one of my children around. I went from there on out. I started, if it was a funeral, I went alone. If it was a gathering, and I never went to the repast. I never ever I went to the funeral, I showed my respects, and I took my ass home. I never brought my children. I told you guys several times over, when they would ask, Gina, let us come and get the kids. Let us come and get the kids and take the kids to the family reunion. And fuck the motherfucking family reunion, because the family don't protect nobody at the reunion. Do you not know? Bless that girl's heart. I'm praying for her and I'm praying for her baby. What I wouldn't even be on here talking to you guys. I told you I would be in a padded cell. And I understood her when she said, if I did what I was thinking and what I wanted to do, she said, where would that leave me? She said, my son will be in foster care because his dad is already locked up in prison. And she said, I will be in a cell next to him. And that makes sense because you have more love for your child because he ain't got but one parent left. But this is the reason why I always advocate, don't have these motherfuckers around your children. Don't have them. I don't understand. I can't fathom when you're meeting, niggas online and you're doing, and you got your baby right with you, and you bring them home, and then you got all kind of guys. Because let me tell you, honey, the straight ones, that's the down low ones, is the sneakiest motherfucker ones that you worry about. And y'all worried about the gay ones. Y'all worried about the gay ones. They quick to call a gay one a pedophile. But these motherfuckers that pose as straight, they don't want your little girls no more. Remember back in the day, we used to have to worry about our daughters. You used to have to worry about, if when your daughter is developing, and then that nigga ain't no longer looking at you, ma, because you drooping and dropping and dragging. Okay? You drooping, dropping, and dragging. So he ain't looking at you no more. He looking at plumped, playful, and he ready to have some fun. And then they always say, I didn't know. I didn't see. I didn't understand why they was. I've said this. Remember, I told you guys. I just said before. I said when my daughter came to me and she said that look. She said, "Mommy, I didn't like how he looked," and that was all it took. That was all it took. I went the fuck off. That I didn't need to hear no more. That was all it took. Cause you know about that look. We know about that look. That's just the start of it. Pay attention to your children when your children start acting crazy, funny, out of the norm. When they start just yelling and just they're not their normal self. They're acting out. She said, this young lady said, her son was pooping in his pants and they couldn't understand why, and he was potty trained. He was potty trained. And she said she couldn't understand why it was that he constantly pooped in his pants at school, at home, on the way home, and he would sit in it. And she didn't understand why. And that baby was so scared that he blamed it on another baby. Blamed it on another baby, a little girl. Said she put it in his bottom. Another girl, little girl, 3-year-old. Come on. And the mama had enough sense that she knew better. That she knew better. But she didn't put it together soon. And I think she had an inkling during that time when she realized something was going on. And about around the time that she said when she went to tell him, and he acted differently. And then he started, I knew it was that little girl. I knew it was her. I believe then she knew, but she didn't want to know. Because that's what most women do. That's what most of them do. Most of them, they'll sit there and pretend like they didn't. Well, she didn't tell me. But she was acting. I didn't know why she was acting that way. And some of the girls, they'll tell you, Mommy, please don't leave me with him. Please don't. And then you, as the dumb mom, you'll go sit, girl, go take your ass in there. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you because you don't pay attention to what your children do. And I told you every single day, every time mines come home, I ask them, how was school? What went on at school? What did you do today? And depending on how they act, depending on what they tell me, I hope, okay, have a good day. Okay, go on and do your thing. But if I get that feeling, oh, I'm questioning some more. No, sit down. Sit down. Because why is it? Because when your kid come home and you say, what's wrong? And they, nothing. And you know that ain't usually how they act. That you tell them to sit their ass down and you have a conversation. Because something going on somewhere. Something's going on somewhere. And I have said over and over and over again, you ain't got to bring them back to your house. What makes you think? Why you got to bring them back? Why he can't get a hotel? Why you can't go to his house? Why you mothers? I'm not even going to say young mothers because it's mothers, period. Why you mothers feel the need that nigga always got to come to your house? Everything always got to be done at your house. I told you, I was going on a date just last week, a few days ago, and the guy said, what you doing? And I said, I'm watching scary movies. And he said, I want to watch scary movies with you. I said, well, we can watch scary movies one day. And then he started getting dressed and getting ready. And I said, what you doing? He said, I'm getting dressed. Send me your address. I said, excuse me, come again? He said, send me your address because I'm on my way to come. I said, no. Oh, no, the hell you not. Oh, no, the hell you not. You ain't coming here. I don't know what you thought. I said, we can meet up at the movie theater. That's what I said. We can meet up. When I meant watching movies together, we can meet up at the movie theater. You're not coming here. You ain't coming here. Look, I got to be dating you a whole long time. I'm going to need to know a whole lot about you. I want to know the ex-girlfriend, the last girlfriend. I want to talk to the kids, the friends of the kids. Oh yeah, because I'm going to need a whole 411. Can't trust them. Exactly. Hello, Lena. Keep it cute. Say, I don't trust anyone. My children have never been to a sleepover. They don't even go to grandma's house if she has company. Come on, girl. You better say it. You better say it. Sephora say, he's looking to move in. That's their trap. Yep. In 17 years of parenting, my kids only seen me with one person. I don't play with mine. No, ma'am. Come on now. Let me tell you something. Tabay. The only men, the only that my children have seen in the household is their dads, is their fathers. And I was with each one of them for a very long time, specifically a long time. And even my other two kids, dad right now to this day, because he's the one I have the best relationship, the one y'all saw me go to Orlando with last summer. To this day, he always check up. He'd be like, Gina, you date who you seeing? All right, now you ain't got them around my kids now, do you? And I'm like, hell no. And then he said, I know you don't, but I'm just checking. And I love him for that because he keeping me on my toe. He making sure. He said, I'm just making sure you ain't changed and you ain't got relaxed. Because you know how some of us mothers do. You know, you get down to your second one. You get down to your last one. And then sometimes we get relaxed. Oh, hell no. Y'all just heard me say last week that I got 3 more years before I can drop it like it's hot. I got 3 more years because that's when Angel will be out of my house. I watches my daughter every day. I watches what she do, how she do, when she do it. I pay attention to her body. I pay attention to her personality. I pay attention to everything. So if I'm paying attention to that, you don't think whatever guy I'm with ain't gonna be paying attention to that as well? Hell, most of the time they know when they develop it before you know. They know when they're going through something before you know. And then you wondering why your child is acting some kind of way. That baby was giving her a sign the entire time. That baby was giving her a sign when he was pooping all over the place. See, that's a sign. That's a sign right there. You have some children that they start playing with themselves, that they start doing stuff. You got some children that will actually start molesting other children. And she said, thank God that she said he is in therapy, but she's not in therapy. You guys, I was coming home and I was listening to this. And it broke my heart. It broke my heart. I'm just going to play just a little bit. Again, shout out to Gossip Girl XOXO cuz this video is on her channel. So if you guys want to go and see the entire video, go check that out over there. This is just for educational purposes. I'm not going to play a lot of it, but I just want you to hear some of what this mom is saying. And this is toward the end of it anyway. I think it's just a few minutes left because I had been listening to it since I had got off work today at 6 o'clock.
Because I want to do so much. Tell nobody nothing. Like physically, me physically. So it's hard, like, you know, when somebody coming at you, you feel me? It's hard, but I knew it was gonna happen. Because I knew he was going to reply, and of course he was going to. And I apologize for going back and forth on the internet with him because I don't need to do that. You know, I could just turn my Instagram off, and y'all find out. Y'all can holler at me in a couple days. Y'all can holler at me when the police doing the investigation. Y'all can holler at me when the next phase comes. But I'm not finna sit on the internet. I'm not even, you know, I had to show my face because for anybody to say I'm lying is dumb as fuck. It's too serious, too big, too personal. It's my son. So, I don't even know. You know, I think I answered most questions. Like I said, from when I found out, I've been doing everything in my power. Everything in my power to speak for my son. Everything in my power. Getting up early, sitting at the police station. I've been doing everything I can do smart in my power for my son. So I'm never going to apologize for coming on the internet. Y'all can bash me. Y'all can say what the fuck ever. I can say what the fuck ever. There ain't nothing I ain't told myself already because I'm mad at myself. And I guilt myself. And it is when I'm fucked up for real now. That ain't even a joke. At the end of the day, I'm not scared. And I'm not finna, shit. Ain't nobody finna sit here and you can do whatever. You know, I seen some shit, I don't know, you know, but y'all trying to attack my character and post video, like, you know, explicit content on me on the internet.
I want to stop that there. That is one of the main reasons, that right there. That's one of the main reasons why victims don't come forward. This is the reason why you have so many young girls, you have so many young adults that when they get raped, molested, kidnapped, all of the above, they don't tell on the perpetrators because you have them treating you the person that did something, like, and you the victim, but they have you. I told you guys, I never forget when that guy at college attacked my daughter. I never forget this. And I asked her, I said, why didn't you tell me sooner? Because I told you guys, when she told me, I found out like weeks later. And I said to her, doing a live stream tomorrow about it. All right, Spook TV. Um, I said to her, why didn't you come and tell me and let me know? You know what she said? She said, because the campus police came and the campus police said, you don't want your background and everything to come out. And so just let it go and just go. I said, background? I said, you ain't got no damn background. I said, you are honor roll student. You a good girl. You don't have any, you a virgin. I said, so what is they talking about? Background. I said, this is the reason why I say, come to your mother. Wrong, right, good, bad, indifferent, whatever the fuck it may be. Tell. I told. And I told you guys, I can remember it like it was yesterday. My mother said in my face, hey, Tropical, in my face while I was there, when her best friend said to her, girl, you better go over there and get that nigga. You better go over there. You better do something about this. And she said to me, she said to her, girl, I ain't going over there. While I was standing there, girl, I ain't going over there. That nigga got a gun. I ain't going over there. She didn't call the police. She didn't even pretend. Like she was gonna go and do something bad. That broke me. Because if your mom don't protect you, who will? If your parents not going to protect you, who the fuck will? And from that day on, I knew if I ever had a child, I knew one thing. I would never have boyfriends around them. I would never have, if I'm dating, I would never have my dates around them. And if any one of my children ever told me that something made them feel uncomfortable, I was handling that shit within seconds. And I promise you, when my daughter said, I didn't like the way he looked at me, when I tell you I was heated, I was on fire, I was ready to fucking carve a motherfucker up within seconds. I couldn't get her to school quick enough to get back to the house. And on the way home, I was on that motherfucking phone and I told my husband in 5, 4, 3, 2, you already know that motherfucker better be the fuck up out of my house today at this second. And he was, Gina, what? I didn't do anything. That motherfucker was on my front porch begging, okay? And I told my husband, I said, she didn't say he did anything. She just said she didn't like the look. And I said, I don't want to have to kill him. And I don't want to have to kill you. Because I'm going to kill you. Because you the motherfucker that brought this motherfucker into our life. So everybody got to go. I'm not leaving nobody around. I trust no, you young people, you young girls, stop doing this fuck shit. Stop thinking that every nigga that buy you a ring, that buy you earrings, that buy you a piece of jewelry, that give you money, that buy you a car, that he gonna be your husband. He gonna be the person that's for you. If it is not that child, let me put it like this: if you ain't gonna have your son or daughter around their own daddies, cause y'all know how y'all get, you young people. Y'all know how you young people get. Y'all get mad at the baby daddy because the baby daddy is in a relationship with the new hot thought. Okay. Soon as he get in a relationship with the new hot thought, then y'all want to play games and don't want to have him around his own children. So use that. If you're not gonna have him around their own biological fathers, mothers that love them to death, love them dearly, then why the fuck you gonna have them around a motherfucker that you just met? Eugene, when's the twins' birthday? Thursday. This coming up Thursday. It's the 4th. And so I'm gonna do something for them Saturday. Saturday they having a party. Thank you, Spook TV. I'm you know, I've been there. I've been there. I've been there. And this little girl is young enough to be one of my daughters. She's young enough to be one of my daughters. And when I tell you guys, I was crying, I was upset, I went through all kind of emotions. I was reliving shit all over again, just listening to her story. Okay, same day my cousin's birthday. Oh, wow. Keep It Cute said, my mother's husband looked at me from 16 to 18. There you go. I talked about that look. I'm a make a t-shirt. Keep it cute. I'm gonna make a t-shirt and it's gonna say, watch that look. And I'm gonna give all the for every t-shirt that I sell, I'm giving all the proceeds to victims that have been molested. I promise you. And when I make that, I hope you guys will buy one. I'm going to make, and it's going to say, watch that look. And I'm going to have the eyes, and I'm telling you, I'm going to make a t-shirt and I'm going to get, because this word got to get out. There is no fucking way in the world this should have ever happened. There is no way in the world that should have ever happened. And she was trying to be a good mother. As a young mom, that's working. Her aunt, she said, I travel. She said she moved her sister in so that her sister can help her watch her child and send him off to school. She was doing everything right. And she was sleeping with the enemy. The pedophile, the devil was right up under her. Keep It Cute said, my mother's husband looked at me from 16 to 18. As soon as I turned 18, he came in my room and said, I've been waiting for you to turn 18. Kept trying me. I told my mom she didn't do anything. See? Just like that other one. I know y'all heard the Godfather, the Godfather who married. He married this baby. The second she turned 18, you know why he married her? Because it said that he'd been messing around with her since she was 14, for 4 years. It said they had been dating for 4 years. So he had been molesting this girl, brainwashed her, okay? Grooming, because that's what they do. Grooming this baby since she was 14 years old, and he married her at 18 to keep from going to jail. That's why he married her. He married her to keep from getting locked the fuck up. And then you messing around with her mama. This don't make no sense. I called a male friend to come get me. I came back the next day. He denied everything. We got in a fight. That's what they do, Keep It Cute. That's what you want to hear something worse? You want to hear something worse? Because my mother, and I love that lady dearly. If it wasn't for her, I would not be here. But I'll never forget. We on a better page now, but I'll never forget. She had him come back over that evening. She called me out my room and she said, he wants to say something to you, Eugene. And I'm looking and you know how, because you feel you as a young teenager, I was like 12 years old, 12, 13 years old. So as a young teenager, you feel dirty. So I'm trying to, cover myself up, and even though I got a t-shirt and some jeans on, but I'm still trying to cover myself up, and I don't want to look at them. So you looking down because those are one of the signs that they will never. You don't look at your enemy. You never look at them face to face. You don't, because you don't want to see them. You don't want to remember those looks. So I'm looking down at the floor and I'm trying to cover myself up. And he says, "I'm sorry. You must have thought I was just trying to give you a hug." That's what he said. He said, "I was just trying to get, so you must have misunderstood, but I'm sorry. I would never do anything to hurt you." This motherfucker, you sleeping with my mother, and I'm telling her, you a grown ass woman, okay? I'm just going through puberty and everything else. But one thing that I ain't never getting confused is that a grown man ain't got no business ever having his hand down my shirt or down my pants. Okay? There is no reason for that whatsoever, that any grown man is supposed to be putting his hand down your shirt. And right then and there, I knew it was time for me to go. I knew I had to leave. It was no other reason for me to be around when the one person I loved and cared about the most wouldn't protect me. And I left at 13. And when I left, I never went back, and my mother never came looking for me. She never asked me to come back home. And I could have got wrapped up in a bunch of shit. Believe me, when I was growing up, the coke gang was, that was the thing. Everybody was doing cocaine, during that time when I was growing up, and they always wanted the cute, look, petite, light skinned girl. That was the end thing back in the day. And the main thing, what they would do, the big ballers and all them, they wanted to get you hooked, because if they got you hooked on that, you was going to be in their control forever. And my number one thing, because I had already seen how it had did my sister, so I would never mess with any drugs. Now you can give me all the money that you want, but I was not messing with any drugs, and I didn't drink. I didn't even drink socially back then because I was too scared. I was too scared and too nervous because I saw what it did to so many people. I saw what it did to my god sister. I saw how that drug destroyed people. I saw what alcohol did to my father. So I was scared of drugs, and I still scared of them. And I was scared of alcohol, and I still drink in moderation for that reason. And this man had a child with his ex-wife's 16-year-old daughter. Wow, the whole situation was a mess. I have a real story to share about this. Ooh, keep it cute. Keep it cute. They need to hear stories like this. They need to. That's why I came on StreamYard. In case anybody wanted to come up here and talk, whether it be my platform or your own. We definitely, let me drop the link. We definitely need to get this out. This definitely needs to get out more. And we need to teach our younger ones, our young mothers, that you can date and you can have the best. Let me tell you something. This young girl is in the adult entertainment industry, and now they trying to make her like this whore and this everything. Being in the adult entertainment industry don't have shit to do with somebody molesting your child. She was a good mother. She provided for her child. She took care of her son the best way she could. She knew how. And to ridicule her, to make her feel bad, to make her feel like she less than a woman, or less than a mother, because y'all trying to take up for this motherfucker that did it. It don't make no sense. It saddens me. We need to talk more about this situation. Exactly, Tropical Punch. We need to talk. We need to teach our children. Y'all should be teaching your children out the womb, honey, to tell. I told you guys what I used to do. When I would give my daughters baths, when I would give my sons baths, each and every one of them, when I would give them baths, I would tell them, when I'm washing up under their arms, when I'm washing their necks, when I'm washing all over, I'm telling them, ain't nobody supposed to be giving you no baths. You wash yourself up. Nobody don't need to be in. Aren't you a big girl? Yes, mommy, I'm a big girl. Aren't you a big boy? Yes, mommy, I'm a big boy. Then you don't need nobody washing you up and washing your private parts. Okay? I would tell them that every single time. If somebody asks you to take your clothes, did mommy take your clothes off? And they'll say, no, mommy, you didn't take my clothes off. I said, then why do somebody else need to take your clothes off? I said, don't nobody need to take your clothes off. You take your own damn clothes off. And if somebody asks you to take your clothes off, you tell them no. And you come and tell. You tell me, you tell your father, you tell your teacher, you tell an adult. I taught my children out the womb. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I told you guys about the story of when my daughter, some of you in the clouds probably, don't remember, or some of you that's new here don't remember. So I'm going to share it with you again. My son and my daughter, they grown now. They adults. They grown now. Kayla and Benj, a friend of mine, church lady, go church every Sunday, go church on Wednesday. Oh, she wanted to take my kids to church. They was having a children, they have those children functions and different stuff at the church. So just so happened this particular day, they was having an event. She picked my kids up from school. She took them to her house. I forgot to send a change of clothes with them at school. So she picked them up, took them to her house. It was time for them to go to bed. She said, Jean, don't worry about it. I'll wash their clothes. I forgot to have the conversation. I never had the conversation with my children about the nice lady. She's going to give you some pajamas or extra change of clothes. So let her take your clothes and wash them so you can wear them to church. Because I think she wound up picking them up. Yeah, this was a Wednesday. She wound up picking them up that Wednesday. She was going to drop them off at school, and then I was going to get them from school. They got ready for bed. She went and she said, give me your clothes. I'm going to wash your clothes and I'll give you something to put on. Kayla said, no, that's okay. No, I'm going to sleep in my clothes. She was like, no, I'm going to wash them so you'll have something to wear to church tomorrow. Kayla said, no, I'm asleep in my clothes. She said, well, her daughter said, well, Benj, give me your stuff. Kayla said, no, Benj gonna keep his clothes on too. You know why? Because I instilled in that baby from the time that she was a baby, nobody is to take your clothes off because nobody ain't got no reason to take your clothes off. And she remembered that, and she was protecting herself and her baby brother. She said, no, Benj gonna keep his clothes on too. We gonna sleep in our clothes. That's what she said. That's what my daughter said. The lady called me. She called me later on that evening. She says, Gina, she says, I'm going to bring the kids home tomorrow. She said, because she said, girl, first she said, girl, you got them babies trained. She said, when I tell you, you got them babies trained, she said, because Kayla wasn't letting us touch our clothes, wouldn't take her clothes off, wasn't taking Ben's clothes off. She said, Michaela said, that's okay. We going to sleep in our clothes. I said, yeah. I said, I've always told them nobody has no reason to take your clothes off. She said, no, you taught them right. She said, you taught them right. She said, I told my daughter, stop asking her because we didn't want to spook her or frighten her or in any way because we knew you must have had told her something. And the next day she brought my babies home. And Kayla said, no, mommy, you said I didn't let them take our clothes off and I didn't let them take Ben's clothes off neither. And I said, you did a great job because that's what she was supposed to do. And they didn't have to tell me. She told me the second she got, so you supposed to teach them from the womb. When them babies come in, you bathing them babies, don't think they don't understand what you're saying. Don't think they don't know your tone. Okay, your baby know when you're happy. Your baby know when you're sad. Your baby know when you're upset, when you're frightened, when you're angry. Okay, when you're super duper excited. Them children know. They pick up on it. They pick up on it. And I taught all my children that. So nobody would have never been able to get away with anything. But you got to understand that you got people out here that will try to brainwash them, and would try to sell them some bullshit and tell them, don't you, you don't want to say that, because if you mention that, it's gonna come out. You don't want bad things to come out for you, and then you ain't even thought as a woman. You thinking, I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want them to say things about me. But the whole time, my daughter never thought that she ain't even got a reputation. She ain't even have a fucking boyfriend. She didn't even have, but that's what they put in your head. So now this young girl, they doing everything in their power, okay? Everything in their power to discredit her, embarrass her, to make her look bad, because they want to protect this motherfucker that's gonna go and do it to somebody else. Because that's the one thing, they don't stop. They're gonna definitely, when they did it to you, when they did it to someone else in the family, you can best believe they're going to keep on doing it. They don't stop. This is why we got to talk to our children, and we got to teach them better. This is ridiculous. This is sad.
I just wanted to show my face, and I wanted to put a little bit more context into what's going on.
The Upward app is a phenomenal experience for all of my Christians out there. So yeah, it's for people who are really serious looking for.
Like I said, I brought this to the internet because I damn sure wasn't finna let this fuck nigga sit on the motherfucking internet every fucking day and think he just gonna live his best fucking life and act like he ain't just come over here and fuck everybody's life up over here.
Go ahead. That's right. That's right.
And yes, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, the end goal is for the states, to charge him and for him to get arrested. So, but at the same time, I have this platform, bitch, I'm not going to be quiet. I got to tell my son's story. I got to go through this for a reason. I'm going to do it. I'm strong for this shit. I'm made for this shit. This shit really hurt me, but this shit really, really, really opened me up. It really did. It really did. And I thank God for showing me. Cause God is, he the reason why I saw it. He showed it to me. And I know God lying. Didn't show me that.
And that baby not lying.
This is a battle and it's a test. And I love the Lord. I made mistakes in my past. I've been changing my life. It's unfortunate that things like this that this has happened, and bad things. I've been going through a lot of shit even prior to this. But all that is because I'm weeding out all the negative shit that has been in my life. Every friend that...
This whole interview and everything, Tropical Punch, is on Gossip Girl XOXO. So if you go to Gossip Girl, shout out to Gossip Girl XOXO. I ran across this on her channel. But if you put in on YouTube Doodie, Doodie, LO, everything's gonna pop up. All kind of shit, because everybody's talking about this. And she's known as what they call her, I had another one, FTN Bay. That's what she's known for, FTN Bay, because she's a stripper. Well, she was a stripper, she says. So she was in the adult entertainment industry, and that's how she made her money. And so she has all kind of videos, and they're rehashing all of her videos and all of that stuff because they want to discredit her and they want to try to make her look bad. But she's speaking on it. And she should speak on it. Because this don't make no sense. Mine know when I'm super serious. I tell them all the time, I can protect you from what I don't know. All I need is for you to tell me. I'll handle the rest. That part. Come on, keep it cute. That part. I tell mans all the time, don't think I'm going to get mad at you because you went. And that was another thing. My daughter, she thought that I was going to be mad at her because she had lied to me about where she was going. She told me she was going with some girlfriends. They were going to go and party and do their thing for the weekend, but she went to this college for the weekend and she didn't tell me that's where she was going. But she was grown. By this time, she was over 21. So I said to her, I said, "You're grown. You could go wherever you want to go." I said, but no means no. I said, I don't give a fuck if you was walking around butt ass naked. If you say no, I don't want to have sex with you. That means fucking no. And so she was bruised up pretty bad. By the time when I saw the bruises when she showed me, they was pretty much healed up, because like I said, this was a few weeks after. I think it was about 2 to 3 weeks after when I found out, and that was only because she had told my other daughter. She had told Cece, and Cece was like, "No, Ma, you need to come down here now. We need to talk to you." And of course, you know me. If you know me, you know I'm ready to go get this motherfucker. I don't play about my girls. I don't play about my boys. But this kind of shit right here, you guys you have got to pay attention to your children. You have got to stop allowing these men that you don't know, don't I don't care shit about you think you know him, because I hear all the time, well, I've been knowing him for 5 years. I've been knowing him. I know his whole family. Do you know his whole family? Why did the last girlfriend leave him? What happened to them stories? You hear them stories in the background. Girl, I heard he be beating the shit out of his women. Everything ain't a lie. Everything is not made up. Everything is not made up. I trust no one, men or women. I told me and my kid's father, we fell out. He got mad at me. He was mad at me because I said, I need to meet your new girlfriend. What you need to meet her for? You don't need to meet. I don't give a fuck about you being with this bitch. I don't give a fuck about you fucking and sucking her. She fucking. I don't give no flying fucks about that. All I care about is if this gonna be the bitch that's gonna be around my children when I drop them off, I need to know who the fuck she is. Because when one of them come and tell me that she did some fuck shit, I need to make sure I'm gonna come and see the right person. That's all I'm saying. I need to make sure that I'm going to come and see the right person. Because I guarantee you, and I feel the same when I'm dating, the first thing my kids' fathers say to me, "Oh, Gino, how long you been with him? Who is that? Who you seeing somebody now?" And I say yes or no. All right, now you ain't got them around my children, my babies now, do you? Hell the fuck no. What the fuck you think? I don't know this motherfucker like that. I got now. You got to do background checks on motherfuckers, because motherfuckers pretend to be the person that you want them to be. I see all that. I see it all while dating. Right now, while they want to tell you, oh, I want to marry again. I want to settle down. I want to have children. I love you, because they think that's what you want. They think that's what all women want. So they put on that facade. And then because let me tell my boys, the twins is about to be 16 on Thursday. You understand what I'm saying? The twins are about to be 16 on. We just heard. Did y'all hear about the best that hockey coach or whoever who raped the boys on the team? And they're just not finding out years later that this motherfucker had been a motherfucking pedophile, and the whole organization knew the whole time. They had gotten calls and emails and messages about how this motherfucker had been fucking with these little boys. Do you understand what I'm saying? And they never told. They never said nothing until somebody else told, and then all this shit come, because that's what happened. When one person tells, he opens up the door to all the other skeletons falling out of the closet. That's how that works. Look, Jesus, give me strength, because all I'm saying is, if any, I ain't even got to say it no more. I told you, put me in a padded cell. Get the padded cell together. I promise you. You better come and get me early, because ain't now one of my children better not never ever come telling me that some fuck nigga was sticking their dick where it does not belong. Okay? Because when I tell you, when I get through making sushi out that motherfucker, they're going to say she must be fucking crazy, out of her mind. Put her in a mental institution, because I promise you, ain't gonna be nowhere for him to hide. Ain't gonna be nowhere for him. I despise, I hate, and I don't use the word hate. I fucking hate child molesters, pedophiles. I hate the motherfuckers with every being in me. Do you understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Because somebody got to protect these kids, and these children are not being protected. They're not being protected by their fucking parents, their mamas, and they are not being protected by the authorities that should be locking all these motherfuckers up. Because I feel if you is a woman and you got this motherfucker in your house, especially these little bitches, the ones that they bring them back, where he said he was sorry and he said he wouldn't do it again, and you bring the motherfucker right back in the motherfucking house, them bitches should be locked the fuck up too. They should be locked up too. This is the reason why we have mental illness. And I talked about this before. Tropical, you've been here. I talked about this before, how in the minority part families, where it's always shh, that's stay in the house. Don't be going to your school telling about what's going on in this house. And then you wondering why this girl wants to commit suicide. You wondering why she cutting herself. You wondering why they cut, because mental illness. That, you know what kept me sane? Through every fucking thing, that I'm a strong, when I tell you I'm a strong motherfucker, the gifts that God have given me, I don't take lightly, because the shit that I went through, I should have been crazy, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And I've always prayed through everything that I went through. I told you guys, for 30 years, I had prayed that God would soften my mom's heart and she would come around. And finally, she came around. When I went through everything that I went through, the abusive, mental, emotionally, physically, socially, psychologically, everything that I always stayed in prayer. I always talked to God. I always asked him to give me strength. And through all of this, before I even had children, I would always say repeatedly over and over again, Lord Jesus, if I have a child, Father God, just give me the strength, protect me, keep me. I'm not having nobody around my children. I was saying all of this stuff every single day, and people would tell, those that know me, those that know me will tell you, you ain't never seen me without mine. Anytime you see me, you seen a trail. You seen a trail, honey. I was like that little duck. You know them little ducks that have all their little chicks following behind? That was mama. I be in the front, and all my little chicklets would be right behind me. Everybody wearing a backpack everywhere I went. And my mother taught me that, because she would say, take them with you. Mom, I'm just going across. Take them with you. I don't care where I went. My mother was like, take them, and so you get used when you get to, when you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, you get used to that. It's like washing your face, brushing your teeth. Just like my children, I said to them from day one, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Every time I talk to them, I say, I love you, I love you. Even when they mad at me, even when they angry at me, I still say, I love you, I love you, I love. And then they say it. It comes naturally. But when you don't hear shit, when you ain't used to shit, just like you got them young girls that out here, they ain't never got their kids. Everybody else got their kids except for them. They ain't got, because they ain't used to that. They ain't used to that. You know the mamas that's used to having their children with them every day, because the crying and the fussing and it doesn't bother them. When my grandbaby would come over here and he would cry and he would scream, and my daughter couldn't understand why I wasn't getting upset and why I wasn't agitated, because I'm used to that shit. I heard it through all nine of you guys over and over again. I never got upset. People, when I was doing home health care, and I love doing home health care, I'm thinking about going back to doing that because this fucking job is driving me crazy. But when I was doing home health care and I would be with the seniors and stuff, the families couldn't understand why I had the patients. They would be like, how do you handle this? And I would be like, I got 9 kids. I dealt with this all the time. You know, the boys didn't want to get in the tub, or the girls didn't want to get in the tub. Somebody wanted to fuss and fight and argue. I dealt with this all the time. So I just knew what to do. I have to pay. It doesn't upset me. I never got upset when that senior with Alzheimer's, and I love the seniors with Alzheimer's, when they didn't want to do something. But their family members would be upset and pissed off because they couldn't get them to do it. And they was on the clock. They had things that they had to do. But when I would come in there and I would be gentle with them and I find out what it is that they like, and I use that to entice them to get in the shower or to take their baths, and then we would go on and we would do something else. And it's the same way for these pedophiles. When they've been constantly messed with, fucked up in the head, and they have gotten no help, no way, shape, or form, that's what they're used to. And so they're going, I don't give a fuck how cool the motherfucker seem. I don't care how cool and you think he is. If it's something going on back here that he never got a help for, it is going to trickle down. It is going to, just look at all these folks with the issue. Look at your regular YouTubers over here in the beef sectors. I ain't got to say shit else. Look at the regular YouTuber. What do you find out? They grandmoms was on fuck shit. The moms is on fuck shit. And the daughters on fuck shit. They all do the same, because if nobody has gotten any help to break the motherfucking cycle, the cycle just spins around and around and around. I happen to be one in a million that wanted it to be broke. I wanted everything that I went through to be different for my children. I didn't want my daughters having a lot of babies like I did. I didn't want them missing out on life like I did. I didn't want them to be able to have a good job and enjoy, and not have to go and kiss the motherfucking government's ass in order for them to feed you. Do you not remember what Classic Man said? Hey, Classic Man, if you tuning in, if you in the clouds, when he said, I was not going to let my daughter or my grandson get on public assistance, and where they got to be chose and picked on when they gonna feed you, when they gonna give you something, because that's how it goes. That's how it works. And then when shit go left, you gotta go and kiss they ass in order for them to fix the shit. I see it every day. That's why I don't understand. Why is it that we don't like helping each other? Why is it that we gotta down each other instead of them supporting her, no matter what you think about her personally? How about giving her the courage to get the help and support that she needs for her and that baby, because it's going to take years and years of therapy to get over this shit. Because he just destroyed everything. Everything that was innocent. Think about that. Think about that. Before you go to bed, look at your children. Look at your grandchildren. Think when you watch them, when they're sleeping and stuff, do you not see the innocence in them? Because I know, because I watch my children every day. I go in their room every night. My twins is about to be 16 years old. And do you not know, I go in there and when they're sleeping and I stand at the door and I watch them and I see the innocence. I see the innocence in them. And it would destroy me if somebody took that away. Do you not understand that? And then instead of you trying to help a mother that's going through all of this stuff, you tear it down, because that's what they do here. They tear you down. They don't do nothing to try to help you. They don't do nothing to try to support you. They don't even ask you, did you get help or assistance or anything? They just try to destroy you. And all she's doing is speaking her truth. That's it. That's it. And every day, right now, somebody somewhere is getting molested. Right now, as we speak, somebody somewhere is getting raped. Right now, as we speak, someone somewhere is getting kidnapped. Right now, someone somewhere is getting sold into prostitution, into slavery. And nobody's doing nothing about it. Nobody's doing nothing about it. And the problem is that we don't protect our children like we should. And then when they get out of control, when you got this one over here that want to go and shoot up the school, you got this one over here that want to go shoot up these are children that's got so much hate and so much anger in them because nobody has protected them. Nobody has showed them what genuine love is, where they don't have to worry about somebody taking their innocence away, because that's all they did. That little boy, that baby, 5 years old, 5 years. Can you imagine getting that taken away as a grown person? As a grown person. And this is a baby. I can't. I can't. I can't. It's too much. It's too much. To base it, it seems that moms now that don't that often, they more so leave them with someone. They do. They just trying to deal with what they feel and been through. They don't know how to process it. They don't. You got grown people. You have grown people that don't know how to process their feelings. This is the reason why you have them little boys that go and kill animals. They go and kill, they torture, they torture animals and stuff because they can't process their feelings. So they process it that way. They start off by killing animals and then that's not enough. Same way how the drugs go. You start off with something little, and then you start off with something stronger, and then you start off with something a little bit stronger and a little bit stronger than that because it doesn't work. You've been passed around. You've been passed around from family to family member, or this person been molesting you for years. There is women out here in children that's been molested for years. We done heard that story over and over and over again. And then they go and put that on their children. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. I can't fathom. This is why I do everything in my power to keep my children safe, to keep them from, because it would destroy me. You heard, she has to live with that for the rest of her life, that she brought that person into her home around her child and it destroyed his life. I keep them away. You don't need to know who my child is, who my children are. You don't need to know their name, nothing about them. I'm not showing you a fucking picture. None of that. None of that. We ain't doing none of that. More moms now are speaking up. The old generation swept things under the rug. Mothers now aren't standing for it. And we need more. Because it's still it's still just a handful. It's still just it's great that more moms is speaking up, but when are they speaking up? After the fact, after it happens. You're supposed to speak up and do something about it before it happens, starting with that motherfucker that you just met. I don't give a fuck how long you think you've been knowing him. That's long enough. He should never be in the house with your children. He should never be in the house with your children. And if your child is acting one way before he got there, and that baby is acting a different way when he's there, he should be gone immediately. Ain't no waiting. Ain't no let me see. Ain't no I didn't know. I didn't wait. You understand me? We didn't go through no series of questions. See, that's where it's a lot of things I could say about that mom that she should have done and that she shouldn't have done. We're not going, she was questioning her 5-year-old. No, the second he told you anyone was sticking stuff in his ass, everybody should have been cut off. I'm looking at everybody through a motherfucking microscope. Not one. You bet not come and breathe around my motherfucking child, because I want to know. Until I find out, I'm taking them to the police. I'm taking them to social workers, psychiatrists, anybody in I'm not going to sit in a fucking bathroom and say, come on in here and talk to me and let me ask you some questions. But that's neither here nor there. Me. I'm speaking on me and my situation. When my daughter said that motherfucker gave her the look, and the look made her feel uncomfortable, I told you within 5, 4, 3, 2, that motherfucker was outside my door. Do you understand me? Thank you, Slim. Thank you. That motherfucker, I wasn't asking. Look, I asked one question. You guys, you hear me? I asked one question, and that was, did he touch you? That's the only question that needed to be asked. I asked one motherfucking question when I dropped her off. I said, did he touch you? And she said, no, Mom. She said, no, he didn't touch me. She said, I didn't like the way he looked. And that was enough for me. Ain't no more fucking questions. When that motherfucker was saying, Gino, let me talk to you, I would know. You need to get the fuck up out of my motherfucking face, because it ain't shit we need. Because that look, you got tendencies, motherfucker. You got tendencies when you have that. When your child come and tell you something, your love for him or her, your baby that you carried 9 months or however long you carried, should be stronger than the love that you got for this motherfucking fuck nigga. And that's the problem, because keep it cute. They'll stand up later and say, oh, I got rid of them. But then later on, you hear things where they said, I should have saw the signs. She said, now that I think about it, there was things he did that I should have. I should have been concerned. I should have asked questions about why is this. But she said she was happy. She thought she was in love, and she thought she had found somebody good that took to her child. We ain't never doing that. You're never getting that close to any of my children. None of them. None of them. And that day, and now you really got to worry about the church people. But because of what I had instilled in my daughter, she said, oh, no, 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 no. I'm going to keep my clothes on. I'm going to sleep in my clothes. And my little brother, he going to sleep in his clothes too. No, we going to sleep in our clothes. No, we don't need to take our clothes off. We going to sleep in our clothes. And that was because of what I instilled in her. And thank God that they were good people, and they didn't take from them. Because once you destroy a child's innocence, that's it. Ain't no regaining that back. Ain't no getting that back. That's why I do everything that I can do to try to keep them safe. Everything. Most of the time, I'm parenting from this. I'm at work. I told you, when I don't get that call at 2:45, 3 o'clock, I don't get that call, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I'm like, why ain't they called me? What's going on? Did they get on the bus? Did they get off the bus? Did they make it to the house? When I'm out in public. And I ain't that old now. I ain't that old that I'm dead. I still get guys that hit on me and I be like, no. They say, oh, you're cute. Are you married? Yup. When I'm with my children, yup. Yes, I am. But thank you anyway. Because we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. You don't know who you meet because there is people that will get to you. They figure I courtship the mom, but they looking at your daughter. They try to get close to you to get up in the house. Or they trying to get close to you because they want your sons. No. When I'm with my children, no, I'm married. I'm married. I'm still married. No, we can't talk. Young lady, can I give you my number? No, nope, you can't get my number. And matter of fact, hurry up and get the fuck away from me before my child walk up before I have to call the police on you. Get the fuck away from me. I don't want to talk to nobody. You can't look at me, and you got bitches on here cheesing. They cheesing and talk and letting motherfuckers talk about what they gonna do to them in a store around your child. Around your children. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And all they want to do is destroy them for their gratification. You're not getting close to mines. None of them. None of them. Angel is 14. She'll be 15 January 17th. The twins will be 16 Thursday. This coming Thursday. And I still keep them under lock and key. I have 3 girls ages 12, 9, and 6, and 2 boys aged 14 and 19. I have the same talk with all of them because you never know. That part, keep it cute. You could take them on. Keep it. It could be somebody you've been knowing for years. How many times has it been, like you said, it's been the ones that you've known for years. And some of them you probably even trusted. And then you go, and then that day, oh, just leave them here. They just leave them here. I got them. And then something happens. And then the first thing they do is make threats. So your child never tells or don't say anything. You got to teach them, and you got to talk to them. You got to let them know. Look, when my children was 6 and 9, when my kids was 6 and 9, keep it cute, I tested them. You understand me? I tested them. And I told this story before. My husband had a friend that the kids never met. They didn't know him. They never met. And I had always told them, if mommy sends somebody to come and get you, they're going to give you the secret word. They're going to give you a word that you know I sent them. And he went to them, and we watched the whole thing. Me and my husband watched the whole thing. Again, it was Michaela. Went up to Michaela, and he said, my mom told me to come and get you guys. Bring him. And Michaela was like, I don't know you. And he was like, I know your dad. You know, I'm cool with it. I'm his best friend, buddy. She told me to come and get you on this thing. And Kayla started getting nervous. And Kayla was like, no, I don't know you. And she said, what my mama tell you to tell me? That's what she said. She didn't say what the secret word was. She said, what my mama tell you to tell me? And he was like, huh? He was like, your mother told me to come and pick you up. And she said, no, what else? What did my mama tell you to tell me? And he was like, she told me to come and get you. And Michaela grabbed her little brother and took our ass back into school. We had to run in school. My husband he ran in the school afterward, and then we had to let her know that we was testing her, because I wanted to make sure that she wasn't going off or going away with somebody. Have you seen that TV show? That show that used to come on, What Would You Do? What would you do? And that's where I got the idea from. And I was like, because they had the child molester, the guy, he came with a dog and he offered the kids candy, and some of the kids went away. 2 of the children got in the motherfucking car. 2 of them broke my, when I tell you, I was shaking like this watching the TV. The 2 babies got in the car with this dude. They would have been gone. It took him 2.2 seconds. Watch that. It's on YouTube. I mean, yeah, it's on YouTube. What would you do? He got them in the car in 2.2 seconds. Their parents would have, and the parents was watching. Each session that they did, they had the parents there watching them. And you had some of the parents say, oh no, my kid ain't gonna fall for it. My kid, even the 2 kids that got in the car, parents said, no, they're not going to get in the car. And they heart stopped. The mother was so freaking upset. She didn't know what to do, because she just knew her child was not going to get in the car. The other kids went toward the car. I think 2 of the kids ran away. You got to teach them. You got to let them know. And I said, oh no, I said, I want to know if Michaela and them would do that, because she was around the same age. And so was her, and so was Benj. And I was like, I need to find out if that, I said, it has to be somebody they don't know. It has to be somebody they don't know. And it wound up being one of my husband's friends who the kids had never met. And just so happened he popped up, and I said, would you do this favor for me? We want to do this little experiment. And we showed him the clip of what would you do. We showed him that, and he said, yeah, I'll do it. He said, man, I need to be thinking about doing this with my kids. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of them did it with a lady, because they wanted to show the children that it's women out there that will kidnap you too. This world, that's why God is doing what he's doing, because it is some crazy, sadistic people out here in this real world. Yep, I tell them that too. Don't you dare take nothing from anyone. You better yell and run if someone tries to. Yep. You better fight, kick, holler, scream, do whatever it is that you need to do. I don't give a fuck what they offer you. I don't give a fuck if they offer you $1 million. You better not go. And when I tell you, it was such a relief, because Michaela always been smart, a firecracker. It was such a relief that she ran back in that school, and she took her brother by the hand. I think she probably was dragging Benj, but she took him by the hand and ran inside that school too, and was looking for a teacher or a principal or whoever it is. And my husband had to run in there to let her know that it wasn't real. you know, but it just, it was a sigh of relief. It was a sigh of relief that that no stranger, it wouldn't be easy for him. Let me just, it would not be easy for a stranger to just be able to come up and get my baby. That it's not going to be easy. It wasn't going to be easy. And I told that to all of them. All of them. And I still say this right now because I still got 3 minors left. So I say this to them all the time. Ain't nobody got no business telling you to take your clothes off and let you see nothing. Ain't no business nobody got no business saying. That's why I always tell Angel, you ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to say nothing. Let me handle the shit with the adults. You just do what you're supposed to do. Handle what you need to do. I handle everything else. I wish my son right now, Flip Fearing is on wrestling. And he said, Mom, we got to have our wrestling stuff and everything next week. So those of you that are blessing the twins with money and gifts like that, Fearing's using his for his wrestling stuff. And thank you in advance. I appreciate you. Um a couple of people did bless them already, and so I appreciate that. But if he ever came home and told me that the coach was doing something or tried to do, Lord Jesus, help him. That's all. Lord Jesus, help him, because he gonna need it more than me. And that's the thing. They get in these jobs where there's children. You notice? You notice? The Olympics coaches, what happened? You always find out one that's a child molester. Hockey coach, find out there's one that's a child molester. Basketball coach, eventually you find out one that there's a child molester. Even in the church. How many in the Catholic Church that we have found out that was a child molester? And the church covers it up for years. They've been knowing for years and years and years that these priests have been molesting these boys, and they just let it go. So we got to be the ones to protect our babies, our children, because they ain't going to do it. They're not going to do it. I even tell them to yell out the color of the car, the color of their clothes. Yep, someone will hear you yelling. That exactly. Everything that you could think of, yell it, because somebody gonna hear it. Somebody gonna say that baby said blue car. Somebody gonna say that baby said they had on a black shirt. Somebody gonna say they heard this. You know, the license plate, whatever it is that you see, we gotta teach them. Lady Court tells, I was a teacher and turned in a coach they all loved. They wouldn't report it. Had to go to the DA. 3 boys in only 2 years. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lady Court Tales, for sharing that with us. Thank you. I appreciate those of you that's dropping out. That's dropping out of the clouds and stuff, and even coming out of the bushes. This is something that we need to talk about. My son begged me to do Boy Scouts. It's a hell no. This is the reason why I stayed active, especially when they were young. When I stayed active in everything that they did, especially when they were in grammar school. I told you guys I was PTA president for 3 years. Okay, I was PTA president for 3 years. When it was a sock hop, I was there. When they went on field trips, I was there. Everything that my children needed or had to have, I was there. I was a part of it. If I could not be there, my husband was there. My husband was the one that would walk them to school every morning, and he would pick them up from school every afternoon and bring them home. But we was a part of when there was PTA meetings, we was there before I even got involved in pay, because I wanted to know what was going. I wanted to know who the coach was. I wanted to know who the social worker was. I wanted to know who the teachers were. And I will stress this again. The most important person in the school. And I ask this question all the time. The most important, I always say, who is the most important person in the school? And everybody would say, naturally, the principal. No. The most important person at your child's school is the social worker. You know why? Because when something goes down, even the principal goes to the social worker. Even the principal. The social worker is the one with all the connections. The social worker is the one that helps you with food, clothing, if you need to see a psychologist, if your children needs IEPs, if they're going through something, it all starts with the school social worker. So each school that my kids ever went to, I always say, can I get the social worker's card? Principal coming, they be like, you want the principal? No, I can call and get the principal. No, I need the social worker's info. Because when things go down, that's who they all refer to. Janitors number 2. They know everything. You better come on, Lady Court. You better and not only that, lunch lady. We going that way, put them as number 3. Because the lunch lady can tell you the children that's hungry. The lunch lady could tell you the children that come in dressed nice. The lunch lady could tell you the children that come in bummy. The lunch lady could tell you the kids that are happy at lunchtime, because they there every day and they watch them. And they watch their mannerism. I remember when my children were outside of school, we would be walking around and stuff, and my children would see the lunch lady. We'll see her at the dollar store, at the Walmart, whatever. And I'm like, who is that lady y'all speaking with? And they say, that's our lunch lady. And I'll go. So now I got to introduce myself. And she say, your children are always happy. She said, every time they come in the lunchroom, they smiling and they giggling and everything. That told me right there, she watching and paying attention to the children. Come on now. Come on now. Or the counselor. Some kids will open up to the counselors. Yep. And some kids would open up to certain teachers. I opened up to my home economics teacher. My home economics teacher came to my father's funeral. She was the only one. She came to my father's funeral and sat with me. That's something I'll never forget. Those were my people, my eyes. Come on, Lady Court. You better come on and tell it. You better come on and tell it. We talking some realness on here. Share this video, you guys. If you see fit, share this video. We have to have more conversations like this. We definitely got to have more conversations like this. Again, before I get off of here, it's 9:30. I have to go and get ready for work and make sure my kids are good before I go to bed. Gossip Girl XOXO. I'm trying to put it where you can see XOXO. That's where I got that video from. But if you put in Doodie, DOODIE, LO, LO, a whole bunch of stuff is gonna come up about this situation here. Absolutely, the lunch lady. The lunch lady always tells me how cute my little ones, because they watch them. They sit there for hours and they watch the kids. They know. I remember, I never forget that there was some kids that they always sat in the corner by themselves. They always sat in the corner by themselves. And the lunch, they say them babies sit like that every day. Nobody never goes up to them or talk to them or anything. They know. You'd be surprised, like she said, what the janitors and all them know and see. We got to do better. And we got to teach our young ones, and we got to teach them to talk and not be afraid to talk. So we're going to have more and more conversations like this, but I had to get on and really talk about this, because this touched my spirit. That touched my spirit right there. Trust no one. Thank you, Lady Cortez. Night all. Thanks. Keep it cute. Thank you, Tropical Punch. Who else we got on here? Tabay. Thank you, Slim too. All of you guys that's in the clouds and in the bushes. I so appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. And y'all probably will see me in the morning, but I'm working on the boys' birthday. Is Thursday. We're going to have their birthday party Friday. So they want game stuff and all kind of game stuff. For those of you that's interested, if you want to give, that's my Cash App. $ Posh Life Queen. If you don't, my twins, they love you anyway. And I'll probably show a clip or so, pictures and stuff of at their birthday party. Where did you see this story, Miss Gina? Hey, Bob, BQTV. I saw it on Gossip Girl's channel, XOXO. Go check out Gossip Girl. I'm gonna have to make sure I tag her in my in here in this video, and I didn't. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for dropping down and everything. Please come on back. Y'all know we talk about realness over here, and we try to just brighten everybody's day. If you have not seen this video from the beginning, go back, see it from the beginning. Please share it, and I love you guys. Peace, God bless, and ta-ta for now.